Breaking news today: Putin's strange tribute to the fallen soldiers. Vladimir Putin's reaction to reports of Russian casualties in the country's all-out invasion of Ukraine was surprisingly casual. The economy of the Siberian region, as well as investment and infrastructure projects, were discussed during Monday's meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Irkutsk Governor Ivan Kobzev at the Kremlin. Kobzev told Putin that fighters from his region were among the most effective in Ukraine because Siberians are reliable guys. For as long as anyone can remember, they have been celebrated for their perseverance, courage, and bravery. Putin agreed as Kobzev continued by saying that 192 locals of Irkutsk had been honored for their service to the country during the war. Private Eduard Dyakonov, the youngest of them all and a national hero in Russia, was killed in Mariupol, in southern Ukraine, in March of last year, said Kobzev. The city is still under Russian occupation as of May 2022, when it was surrendered by the Ukrainians after weeks of fighting, shelling, and a 3-month siege. He covered a grenade with his body, thereby saving his fellow soldiers, Kobzev elaborated. For us, this is priceless. They are all heroes, and they will always remain in our thoughts and hearts. According to the transcript on the Kremlin website, Putin replied, "Pass on my regards to them." BBC Monitoring's Francis Scar tweeted a screenshot of the relevant conversation between Putin and Irkutsk Governor Igor Kobzev, along with the following commentary. Somehow this exchange between Putin and Irkutsk Governor Igor Kobzev made it into the official Kremlin transcript of their meeting. In Ukraine, when Russian soldiers are killed in action, a common meme reads, "Good health to the fallen." This sentiment has been used to describe Putin's response by some online users. Denis Kazansky tweeted about how the "good health to the fallen" meme has evolved into a "pass on my regards." According to Twitter user Zanov, Putin has taken the meme to a new level. Lentik, another Twitter user, said that the conversation literally illustrated that meme. Kobzev went on to inform Putin of local initiatives to aid military personnel and their families. Rehabilitation and medical attention were included in this. After that, Kobzev went into more detail about the oblast's healthcare infrastructure. On Wednesday, Ukrainian authorities reported that Moscow's forces had attacked 14 oblasts the day before, resulting in the deaths of 1 person and injuries to at least 19. Donetsk, Kharkiv, Kherson, Mykolaiv, Odessa, Chernihiv, Dnipropetrovsk, Kiev, Kirovohrad, Luhansk, Sumy, Zaporizhia, Sumy, and Zhytomyr were all targets. South Africa, who will host the upcoming economic summit in Johannesburg, asked Vladimir Putin to skip town because of the potential legal fallout from arresting the Russian president on an international criminal court warrant. Putin has agreed to skip town. The BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, group of emerging economies will meet in August for a summit. Putin reportedly wants to attend the meeting, but officials have been trying to convince him not to so they can avoid diplomatic and legal fallout from his international arrest warrant. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa's office confirmed on Wednesday that Putin will not attend the BRICS summit due to a mutual agreement, putting an end to months of rumors. As a founding state of the International Criminal Court, ICC, South Africa was legally obligated to make an arrest in this case. Putin has not visited any country that is a signatory to the ICC's treaty since March, when he was indicted for war crimes related to the abduction of children from Ukraine. This is despite the fact that Moscow has dismissed the warrant and Russia does not recognize the authority of the International Court. Authorities in South Africa had previously made it clear they had no intention of actually carrying out the arrest warrant against Putin, but the country's main opposition party has now sued to force the government to do so if Putin ever sets foot on South African soil. Ramaphosa's office released a statement confirming that Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov would be attending the BRICS summit. It was announced that the leaders of all 5 countries, including China's Xi Jinping, would be present at the summit. The president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, has warned that Russia would view any attempt to apprehend Vladimir Putin as a declaration of war. In a court affidavit related to the legal case brought by the opposition party, Ramaphosa stated, "I must highlight, for the sake of transparency, that South Africa has obvious problems with executing a request to arrest and surrender President Putin." Adding to the affidavit, Ramaphosa said, "Russia has made it clear that arresting its sitting president would be a declaration of war," which was released on Tuesday. On Wednesday, however, Dmitry Peskov, a spokesman for the Kremlin, spoke with reporters and flatly refuted such claims. Before South Africa announced that Putin would not be attending the summit, they had that call. "No one has indicated anything to anyone," Peskov stated. "In this world, everyone knows what it means to try to take over the Russian government from Vladimir Putin. So there's no point in trying to explain things to people around here." South Africa has claimed that Putin is committed to attending the summit, despite there being no official confirmation from the Kremlin. Paul Mashatile, the deputy president of South Africa, said in an interview with a major South African news outlet last week that his country had proposed moving the summit to China or holding a virtual summit where Putin could appear on a screen from Russia as alternatives to issuing an arrest warrant. According to Mashatile, Russia was opposed to those plans and insisted that Putin show up in person.